Hello everyone, my name is Tori and this is my final reflection project for my internship. Before we begin, let me just start off by saying my major is electronic media and broadcasting and my minor is journalism. So the internship that I participated in kind of meshed those two worlds together. So I was filming football games and live streaming them on Facebook for a local high school football team. And then I was also interviewing key players and talked a little bit with the coaches just to kind of see where their heads at in terms of the COVID-19 pandemic, and also just to give these senior players something to look forward to because it's been so hard for them to be able to play in this pandemic, and also just like everything's just been kind of weird. So I kind of merged those two things together. Now that that's out of the way, I wanted to come on here today and talk about how my industry, which is the film industry, is coping with the COVID-19 pandemic, how they're handling it, and what steps they're taking to be compliant with the new mandates and such. There's a lot of these like little training class things that you can take online. It's like a safe set training, which is basically all about COVID-19 and how you are kind of expected to adapt to the situation at hand. So it talks about like wearing a face mask and also just like social distancing and keeping things clean, washing your hands, all that sort of thing. But also, it kind of goes into a little bit more detail of what set life should look like now. And it's really hard with, the social distancing thing because you really want to be like as close to your cast and crew as possible, especially if you're like a director. You really want to be able to kind of get in the actors' faces and really just like make them sell the performance. Here is some more information on the Safe Sets training that I was talking about earlier. So, Safe Sets International is the website that I took my training course on for my EMB 421 narrative production class here at NKU. Their main goal is advocating for safe production globally. It's more important than ever to ensure we create the safest production environments possible to protect everyone in our industry. COVID-19 has shaken our industry to its core and forced us to reimagine what it means to be on set, and that will continue to evolve as we recover. We have partnered with medical and film industry leaders, creating a collaborative resource to increase safety measures from pre to post production. So here's a little bit of an overview of like their purpose. So collect resources and guidelines to promote health and safety on set, collaborate openly with industry leaders and members for guidance and insights, educate to standardize knowledge across the industry, and explore new technologies to help creators adopt safer production practices. And then here's like a little list of their partners and advocates. And then learn about production and COVID-19, a free program designed to present the most current information related to film and production communities. Yeah, so that's basically one of the biggest things that the industry is doing right now is having their cast and crew and anyone else working on the film take these training courses just so they can better understand like what's going on, things like that. So there you go. While we're on this topic here, I also wanted to bring up a little bit of the journalism side. I've noticed a lot of reporters have definitely had to work to comply with these things. So a lot of reporters will wear face masks even while they're reporting. They will also social distance, especially if it's like an interview situation. They'll social distance, they'll make sure to really respect the person's space and overall health and wellness, which is really cool to see. It's also just really interesting to see how adaptive this industry has become, especially with a lot of the things like Teams and Zoom and things like that, where on the production side of things, even though you're not really working together, you are still able to meet on these like different avenues like Teams, Zoom, whatever, just to talk about, how production is going, where you want production to go, that sort of thing. It is hard. It's hard in the production standpoint because like, we're humans. We like to have we like to be near each other, and we like to really discuss like how things work face to face. But since COVID, we have to really comply with these mandates. Also, there's a lot of like contract things now that now it's written in your contract that you will comply with these mandates, which is something different because we really never have seen that. I mean, yeah, in your contracts we have like, you could come into contact with things that may, result in death, but they just say that because they just really want to save themselves in case something crazy were to happen. But now it's never been more of like a relevant thing to say, hey, you may come into contact with things that may result in death. And how serious that really is right now is mind-blowing, because what used to be something silly that you'd put on your contract just to make sure you cover all your bases now is this big issue that really could affect someone. So that's a little interesting as well to see how the contract side of things and the production side of things really worked. And also in the journalism realm, how the reporting works and everything like that. And a lot of reporting now is taking place over Zoom or Teams or things like that, especially a newscast, because that's the easiest thing to do. So it's really cool to kind of see how people are kind of just working around the issues at hand.
So here's an interesting website I found when I was looking further into this. This is Film LA's COVID-19 Resource Center, which is basically just like this hub of information and questions you may be searching for in terms of COVID-19 in the film industry. So we have all these tabs that will allow you to better navigate the website. You have who we are, what we do for filmmakers, for communities, and news. Right now, I believe we're on the news tab, so let's go down here and take a look at what information we have available to us. So our last update was Tuesday, December 8th at 12 p.m., so fairly recent. At the instruction of our government clients, Film LA resumed coordination of film permits on Monday, June 15th, and applications continue to be accepted as of today. Local authorities have confirmed that while new stay-at-home orders are in effect for California, Los Angeles County, and the city of Los Angeles, on-location film production may continue to occur subject to strict adherence to health and safety guidelines. And then we have where you can find the LA County health protocols. We have where you can find the supplemental guidance for filmmakers, frequently asked questions, and the latest updates on the restart progress, as well as the current list of areas open to filming. And then here's your little table of contents, which are filled with exactly the same things we set up here. And then we have other previous updates. And then we have Governor Newsom's decision followed the June 1st release of new health and safety guidelines prepared by the industry-wide Labor Management Safety Committee Task Force. These guidelines serve as a resource to the industry. You may access those safety guidelines here, as well as a supplemental guide prepared by unions and guilds, The Safe Way Forward. A modified health order from the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health followed on June 12th, authorizing filming to resume. And then we have the November update on production restart progress, along with a little graph here that you could easily see if you click on see the news release. Over the last 24 weeks, Film LA has received approximately 3,552 film permit applications spanning 2,514 unique projects. For the first time since production resumed, month-over-month permit volume decreased in November, with application intake decreasing 7.6% to 813 permits from 880 permits in October. Analysts point to overlapping factors including the 2020 election, the Thanksgiving holiday, and the COVID-19 pandemic as reasons for the slowdown. Film LA's daily intake is now averaging around 39 new applications per business day. And we have the filming status by area of service. And you have like County of Los Angeles, accepting applications. Yeah, the only one that's really different is the call solution services. But other than that, yeah, all of these look to be open to filming or accepting applications. And then we have the school districts. The only school district accepting applications is Los Angeles Unified School District, and the rest are not at this time. And then you have your frequently asked questions. So if you wanted to have the do stay-at-home orders enacted November, December affect current rules for filming, if you wanted to have that question answered, you could click on the drop down here and you'll get that answer right here. And you can even like click here to look at the health order, things like that. And then the community questions, same concept. Click on the drop down bar and you will get a big lengthy answer. And then we have our government resources. Who can I contact for further questions in the county? And then it'll give you like the little website to go to. And what other sources can I use? Or what other resources can I use to get information about COVID-19? It gives you other extra things. And then we have the Los Angeles County posters and guides. Just little examples here. The County of Los Angeles Public Health has provided various posters and guides for employers and businesses to help with practicing safety measures as productions resume. Click each thumbnail image to access printable PDF. We have guidance for managers, guidance for workers. And we have our external resources. In the wake of COVID-19, a number of organizations have stepped forward to offer information and or economic relief for entertainment workers and industry-affiliated businesses. Film LA will continue to expand and update this list of third-party links as new information becomes available. So here are like third-party links they were talking about. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for that tab. And this website seems to be pretty easy to navigate. So I just thought that was like a little interesting thing I could share on here.
That is it for my final reflection project. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me learn a little bit more about the film industry and how it is handling the COVID-19 pandemic. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much, and have a great day.